welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. This is my Ace This series where I go through anything to do with using the computer and the internet, anything to do with technology basically. So here we are in Google Docs. You can access Google Docs through a Gmail account. Now, in this session, I'll be showing you how you can format an image using Google Docs. So first you would go to Insert and go to Image. I'm uploading this particular image from my computer and here it is. So I'll click on the image and these are the resizers. Once I click on each different sizer, I can resize the image. So I'm just taking this in a bit so that we can see the formatting. So it says, believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. So remember to believe in yourself and you will be unstoppable. Very, very true. Now, the first format I want to show you, suppose you want to put a border around the image itself. Here we have borders. So you have the border weight. So when you click on this, you can choose how thick you want your border to be. So if you want it to be 12 point, you can do that. Or if you want it to be 3 point, 1 point, 16 point, you can decide how you want the border to be. You can also change the color of the border. So here we have border color. So if you don't know by now, I love purple. So you can decide if you want the border to be a purple color or if you want it to be blue. Any color that you want, you can choose that for the border. But that's just simply how you change the border weight as well as the color. So I could have it at 24 and I could also have it at 2. So you decide which one you want, but I'll leave it on maybe 8. So I'm going to change it back to my purple color right here. And that's my border. So you can also click on the image and you're able to crop parts of the image that you don't want. So notice these new sizes come up. Now you have to be careful when you're cropping to make sure you're cropping the image. Cropping, you're cutting off parts that you don't want on the image. So if you see the actual image just being made smaller, then you're not cropping, you're actually resizing. So let me show you. Suppose I want to cut off some off down here. See, I just took off that extra. Let me do it. Come back out a little bit. And I want to crop a bit off the top because you know it has all that extra space I don't want. That's how I can simply do it. So you see now I have made, basically change the shape of the image itself. So that was to crop. I just double clicked on the image and it brought up the areas where I could crop. It shows me how it was, the size of it previously. Now you can also have some image options available. So just select the image itself and right here you have image options. So once you click this button, image options, it brings up all these different options. So you can rotate the image. It has all these height, width, all these things. You have lock, aspect ratio, all of those stuff. You can change the angle. Let's test it out. So you see here, I'm changing the angle of the image. So let me just undo that. So let me just undo all of that. Or I could just simply put it back to what it was, which was 0. Let me change it to 0. It puts it back. Let's click back on the image. And we also have a case where you could decide how you want the image to react when text is added. So here you have inline with text. So if I had, let me insert some text here. Let me move this around. Let me move this out of the way. If I had some text here on the document, let me put in some text. This is cool. When I put this is cool, let me just copy this text just so I have it. So let's put how we want the image. So it has wrap text. So notice when I click wrap text, it brings the text here. It rearranged where the text was. Breaking text, you see, it moved it again. It put it back to where it was down there. And you have behind text. So because it's behind the text, notice that it put it on the image itself. And then you have in front of text where we're not even seeing it at all. So you have those different options that you can play around with. just to see how it interacts. All right, so I'm going to go back to the inline with text. I'm actually going to remove this text. Let's click back on the image. So you also have Recolor. Now I love the Recolor because here you see there are different options to change the color of the image that you have. So if you want to have like more a blue theme, or let's go back to it. Let me put in back the original image as it was. So let me delete this, add the other image, the same image, so you can get a better understanding of how the Recolor works, because I actually took the color from the image. Now this is the original color. Notice that it looks a bit what's that, like a peachish or so on. But look what the Recolor allows you to do. So I could have it being more red. Let me select the image itself. So let me select the image. Where's the Recolor? So I could have it being more of a yellow. Of course, you know, I like purple. Or if you want it to be like the burgundy right there. Or they even have it as black. That's negative, right? And green. So you see that you can change the color of the image itself. Like based on the color scheme that that image had, you can change it based on these options that you get. Now suppose you wanted that particular image, the same image, you wanted it to be green instead of what it was. You could have put it in Google Docs, as I did, and after you have formatted the image in Google Docs, you can use what's called the Snipping Tool. For those who don't know the Snipping Tool, you can just search in your taskbar for the Snipping Tool. So let me just type in snipping. So my Snipping Tool, here it is. And what your Snipping Tool allows you to do, here's my Snipping Tool. I can just basically snip, cut, and save just the image as I want it. So when I click new, I can just select this part here and have a new image. So you remember what the old image looked like? Yes, but I have this new one here. The old one had like a blush kind of color, but this one is green. So I can just save this as new quote. And I could use this image if I wanted to instead of the other one. So you could actually do some of your formatting of your image in Google Docs itself of the image, and then just use a snipping tool and snip it out and use that new image. So whether you want to have the image in Google Docs to use within your document and create a document with that image, or you basically want to do some formatting of the image and use the image somewhere else, you have that option to do so. So remember, once you have aced this, come back to this video and let me know I aced it, and let's celebrate you. If you have aced something on your own, you can share with me so I can ace it too. Remember to like this video, share it with someone you think will benefit from this knowledge. Also remember to subscribe to the channel so that you are notified when new videos are posted. Alright guys, thank you for joining me, and I will see you in the next session. Bye!